The story began 40 years ago in one of the cities of Roblox, in sunny Los Angeles. Back then, there were no smartphones nor internet, but it did not hinder the residents of Roblox from enjoying their lives. At first glance, it may have seemed that everyone lived peacefully at that time. But that was so far from the truth. Crime was thriving in all parts of the city. Theft, robbery, as well as illegal trading. Crime was so rampant that the police were struggling to cope with all this lawlessness. But the most serious problem of Los Angeles was the presence of gangs. They constantly fought with each other for territory and spheres of influence. Let's go make some buck! Wee-ha! On that day, the marauders of the Ballas faction set out to plunder the territory of the Grove Street gang. The Ballas gang primary target was the illegal Colombian chips dealers. The gangsters were well aware that the chip business was the Grove Street gang's main source of money, and that the dealers always had a lot of Robux. As of yet, no one really knew about the impending Ballas raid, and the unsuspecting dealers continued to trade in peace. Cops! Little stinker! Each and every attempt to escape ended badly. In such cases, the residents of the district always went to ask CJ for help. He was the leader of the local Grove Street gang.
Hey yo, CJ! The Ballas are here!
Let's go! The gang members were fully satisfied with their catch. But the joy of these impudent gangsters was short-lived. The Grove Street Punishment Squad was already on their way to take their heads. The Ballas were punished. My flowers! One of the gangsters miraculously managed to survive. On that day, Chica Lupa was trading chips at the usual spot of the Grove Street gang. She had to engage in this dirty business despite the danger of ending up behind bars. All this cheap trading brought in some decent income and gave her the means to support her family. So, no wonder the woman had to take risks. Do you have any watermelons? Watermelons? Sure. Chikalupa's son had no idea what his mother did for a living. He came to her workplace every day to get some kind of treat. Hi, Mom. Hello, honey. Help yourself. Hey, kiddo. Here, have a candy. Hello, Mr. CJ. Thank you. How's the watermelon tray going? Excellent. If it keeps going like this, you'll get a promotion. The spiteful Ballas decided to take revenge on his enemies and sneakily tipped off the cops about the chip trading point. Hello, police. I'd like to report the Colombian chip trade. Dictate the address.
No.
Be careful of the Ballas. They have become quite audacious lately. Don't worry, I can totally take care of myself. Freeze you all! What is happening? Calm down! CJ's right hand, Big Smoke, got intimidated by the cops and left his comrades in the most critical moment. Stop! Well. Are you trading Colombian chips? Officer, let's make a deal. Alright, you're free to go. But you are going with us. But we had a deal. The kid couldn't know that his mother was a cheap dealer. He was so frustrated and afraid for her, so he lashed out at the policeman. Let my mom go! I'm sorry, kid. I did everything I could. The cowardly Big Smoke ran to the hideout of the Grove Street gang, convinced that CJ had been thrown behind bars. In the trader's mind, a plan was born on how to improve his position in the gang. Silence! I'm the boss of the gang now. Big Tasty, yo, you tripping? Where is CJ? CJ's in jail. Now, as I said, I'm the boss here. Here's the plan. I'm the boss. You bring me the Robux. Where should we get it? Bro, I'm so glad that you're free. Big Smoke got kicked out of the Grove Street gang in shame. He held a grudge and swore to get revenge on the Greens for such humiliation. The kid came to his senses after a hard fall from his bike. He went home and told his father everything that happened. Idris could hardly be called a good father. He didn't work anywhere, didn't help his wife, and only drank Bloxy Cola with his buddies. Loser. The kid really hoped that his father would get his mom out of prison. Dad, the cops captured her. Will you do something? Well, that is her problem. The kid was really pissed off by such indifference. Coward! You can only drink away her money. You're grounded. It was a disaster. The boy ended up locked up. His last hope was crumbled. He stood adrift with zero idea of how to keep on living. The city had a whole district controlled by the Ballas gang, where they conducted petty thefts and robberies. If you compare them to the Grove Street, the Ballas were a group of dim-witted thugs who lacked the know-how to engage in serious criminal enterprise. These damn Ballas! Some of their antics were really stupid and ill-considered. On this particular night, the Ballas gang gathered in their hideout as usual, led by their boss, Jim. Suddenly, the guards brought Big Smoke in. Boss, he's been spying on us. He's one of the green ones. They finished off our comrades. Can we talk? Why are you here? I don't work for CJ anymore. So, I can help you straighten things up with the chip business, and we'll both get rich. What's your plan? Hold this. The traitor had managed to gain the trust of the Ballas. He revealed his plan on how to acquire Colombian chips. A young officer Dolby was returning home after his night shift. He was quite exhausted, so the only thing he dreamed about was his bed. Suddenly, he heard a child's crying coming from the neighboring apartment. Being a policeman, he decided to check what happened there. Hey kid, what's going on? My mom got arrested. Let's go. You can sleep at my place tonight. The Grove Street gang rode out to meet the Colombian mafia for their latest shipment of chips. Don't fuss around, we will be fine. Chip, together with Smoke, the traitor, kept a close eye on the chip handoff location. Everything is as planned. For many years, the Colombian mafia had been the sole provider of chips for the Grove Street gang. These guys only worked with the most serious Roblox factions. The Colombians were armed to the teeth, so small-time gangs like the Ballas were afraid to deal with them, let alone any attempts to steal their chips. Where is the money? Pleasure doing business with you. Get in place. I really hope your plan will work. The chip handoff went smoothly. The Grove Street gang headed back to their base. It's hunky-dunky, bro. But then their convoy fell into an ambush. Caught off guard, the Grove Street gangsters had no time to react. Yo, these chips are worth millions. Welcome to the gang. I think you won't mind being my deputy. Now we only get to deal with our competitors.
Huh?
Send your best fighters to get CJ's head. The court was in session for the hearing of Chicalupa's case on illegal trafficking of Colombian chips. The prosecutor read out the charges to the court. Chicalupa faced a massive sentence for this crime. I demand 20 years of prison.
Huh?
Have a pity on her. She was just trying to provide for her child. Right. I sentenced Chicalupa to 19 years in prison. Mom, no! Honey, I love you so much. One of the survivors of that gang attack returned to the base. Bro, what happened? We were attacked. The survivor told the boss about the Ballas assault. CJ was simply furious.
Ooh.
This is war. Let's pay them a visit and kick some asses. The Grove Street gang's punitive squad headed out for a showdown, but they immediately fell into an ambush. By some miracle, CJ managed to escape the gunfire. However, the thugs were determined to finish what they started. Little did they know that CJ had a machine gun ready for the uninvited guests. The shootout ended, and they had to cover their tracks before the cops would arrive. I urgently need a general cleaning. The entire Ballast gang was celebrating their successful theft. Jibo was extremely satisfied. Now we have all the chances to become a really cool gang.
Huh?
Our men are dead, and CJ survived. That's all right. We'll build up our strength and deal with him later. Yeah. And now we gotta establish our chips business. As the years went by, the kiddo grew up, but his life was too far from happy. His father was still jobless, guzzling Bloxycola days and nights long, paying no attention to his son and his needs. The father of the year kept selling household items to buy himself drinks. At night, his loud drinking buddies kept kiddo up, depriving him of precious sleep. Besides, there was never any food in the fridge. And the poor guy was always starving. Kiddo struggled to survive on whatever scraps he could find. He came up with an idea to collect empty aluminum cans to buy food.
Oh.
And meanwhile, his peers lived their carefree lives, enjoying all the comforts that their parents provided them with. Get lost, beggar! No one wanted to talk to him. They all consider him an outcast. But the boy firmly decided to take matters into his own hands. He started delivering newspapers to earn money, at least for food.
Hi.
Nice bike! Let me take it for a spin. The poor guy was still too weak to stand up to the bullies. Come on, kiddo. You gotta learn to defend yourself. You should go to the gym. Kiddo took Dolby's advice to heart and decided to start working out. He managed to strike a deal with the gym's owner. Instead of paying for his workouts, he scrubbed the floors during the evening time. The training was brutal at first. But gradually, the guy got into the rhythm of intense workouts and became much stronger. He even started boxing to learn how to fight. Despite all the complexities, he never lost sight of his goals and just continued training for many years. For all these years, the kid's existence consisted of schooling, his workouts, a bunch of odd jobs, and cleaning up the gym. The conflict between the Los Angeles gangs was escalating. Gangsters fought for territory and spheres of influence. The illegal chip trafficking had reached unprecedented levels. Now, with both gangs involved in the chip business, a fierce fight for customers had begun. Competition between the gangs often led to brutal shootouts. And obviously, such clashes always ended badly. Big Smoke was settling all the gang's matters. Jiba entrusted the management of the gang to him. CJ was completely the opposite. He ruled all the gang's affairs himself. The Battles were constantly trying to finish him and seize control of the city's main areas for themselves. Not surprisingly, CJ had to hire new bodyguards for his own safety. Unfortunately, all these local bodyguards couldn't last for long. CJ had to hire an elite bodyguard from Japan. He paid quite a huge amount for that. But this new bodyguard quickly proved his worth. Good boy! For the first time in a long while, the leader of the gang could feel safe. But CJ's peace of mind was short-lived. He stumbled upon yet another ambush of the Battles. Kiddo, is that you? I'm surprised. You saved me despite of your anger. Do you want to join the gang? At least take some money for a new bike. You're always welcome here. The kid really didn't want to take CJ's handout, but he needed this bike for work. After meeting with CJ, the boy returned home. To prevent his father from finding the money, he hid it in a secure place. But unfortunately, this time his father caught wind on his hiding spot. Of course, the stinky drunkards quickly spent all the cash on booze. They threw a wild party. stole my money!
Huh? Ha!
How dare you, Brad!
Ha! Oh! Ha! Ha! Oh!
I freaking hate you! I hate you! Kiddo, calm down! What are you doing? I hate this piece of dirt!
Ha!
I'm gonna join CJ's gang! Don't do that, please! The sale of Colombian chips brought Ballas huge amounts of profits. The gang's headquarters were overflowing with crates filled with Robux to the brim. However, their stolen chip supply was running low. Big Smoke held the last packet in his hands and thought about his next move. Yo, Biggie! We've become so rich all thanks to you! Yeah, but this is our last pack! Why don't we just take a new batch from the Colombians? Within this city, they only work with Grove Street. Simple mentioning of their enemy gang sent the boss into rage. I have a better idea. Big Smoke read his plan for the development of the chip business to Ballas. A group of bandits gathered for a meeting at the gang's hideout on Grove Street. CJ lamented the difficulties they faced in their criminal enterprise. We're in desperate need of loyal gangsters. The kid appeared right in the midst of the assembly. CJ, I really need a job. You're right on time. Welcome to the Grove Street, kid. CJ began to induce the kid into the job. He taught him how to collect Robux from the gang-controlled vendors of Colombian chips. How to paint over the enemy's graffiti. And of course, how to handle a firearm. Initially, the boy greatly struggled with this. But with time, he became a really decent shot. The kid grasped all the intricacies of the chip business, but one question continued to nag at him. But hey, what's so great about these Colombian chips? CJ told the kid all about Colombian chips. These chips were so delicious that they could induce a state of euphoria, elevate moods, and relieve stress. However, this pleasure also caused addiction, and living without the chips felt very sad. That's why the chips are banned in the whole Roblox. I got it. The first point on Big Smoke's plan was to kidnap a high school chemistry teacher. 3 ballast members were sent on this mission. What's going on here? It's him. I'm calling the police. The kidnapping of the chemist went off without a hitch. With the money earned from the sale of Colombian chips, the Ballas built a huge underground chemical laboratory. This was the second point on Big Smoke's plan. Big, are you really sure it was worth it? I am sure, bro. I've never understood chemistry. Me too. Boss, we've got the chemist. Where am I? What's going on? Calm down, Cracker. We're offering you a position. Which one? The one of your specialty. Big Smoke explained everything to the chemist, that they had built this laboratory specifically for the purpose of producing a chemical copy of Colombian chips. But they needed a good chemist. Can you do that? I've always dreamt of my own laboratory. Chemist Walter White immediately set about studying the chemical composition of Colombian chips. After obtaining the necessary solution, the scientist conducted several technical manipulations. He now held a chemical copy of Colombian chips in his hands. All set! Why the red color though? I slightly improved it. That's dope, bro. Meanwhile, the kid was heading out to collect rags from Colombian chip vendors. The green clothing of the Grove Street member inspired both awe and respect from the passers-by, and he felt like fish in the water walking these streets. Along the way, he ran into the very thugs who had once tried to steal his bike. They too recognized their target. Look, isn't that the sloozer? That's a nice bike. I'll take it for a ride. You looking for trouble? You think you can join a gang and you're cool? Our young gangster showed this goobers what he had learned in these years. And he took the brand new bike as a battle trophy. The Colombian chips trade carried on as usual. The sales lady couldn't know that the chip control cops were keeping a watchful eye on her kiosk. The kid pulled up to the spot to collect his share for the gang. And it was precisely what the cops were anticipating. It's him.
Uh-huh.
Let's roll! The cops left their hiding spot. The fierce chase began. Of course, the cop's car was faster, but the maneuverable scooter was winning on the turns. Hurry! Let's get him! Damn it! In a narrow alleyway, the kid escaped the pursuit. This unsettling incident caused the young one to ponder his own safety. It became clear that collecting Robux the old-fashioned way was way too dangerous. Meanwhile, ill tidings reached the Grove Street headquarters.
Ah! Ah!
Good grief! CJ, what happened? Chips enforcement got 2 of our guys.
Ah!
CJ, cops raided the place. They nearly got me. Crap, it's getting worse. I think we gotta change something in our business. You have something in mind? Kiddo thought for a little. He remembered the days when he delivered newspapers on his bicycle. An interesting idea came to the young man's mind. What if we deliver chips under the guise of newspapers? Well, let's try this. The boys' innovation worked flawlessly. Customers received their chips disguised as morning newspapers, and the Grove Street gang members avoided suspicion from the cops. After a successful transaction, skateboarders collected the earnings from the clients' mailboxes. Thanks to the kids' plan, the gang operated without any losses, and their monthly revenue surpassed all the records. Dude, awesome idea! The ballast chips business was not far behind. Their new chemical chips quickly gained popularity among chip enthusiasts, causing long queues to form outside their stores. Turn the music on! The latest invention was called musical chips, because music enhanced their effects. Whoa, these chips are something else! Yeah, so much better than Colombian. Sales of the new musical chips brought Ballas huge amounts of profits. Obviously, their gang was growing richer and richer. CJ was holding another working meeting of the gang. the chips business on the Grove Street was going through a serious crisis. Chip enthusiasts had completely stopped buying Colombian chips. I don't understand what's going on. I heard the entire Los Angeles got hooked on this music chips. What in the world are these chips? Well, Ballas sell them. CJ ordered Kiddo to go on a scouting mission to the Ballas Club. He had to gather some information about these musical chips. Will do, boss. That same night, Kiddo and his colleague, nicknamed Snoop Cat, headed to the Ballas Club. To avoid any suspicion, they changed into regular clothing. Hey there, this is for two. I've seen you somewhere. We've been here the other week. Come on in. The disco in the Ballas Club was in full swing.
Some music chips! Let me hear you!
And musical chips rained down from the ceiling. All the partygoers were stunned by such treat. Snoop Cat managed to grab one of the chips. Don't eat that! Come on, man! Kiddo noticed an old acquaintance, Big Smoke, in the VIP box. He decided to get closer and eavesdrop on their conversation. Meanwhile, Jiba and Big Smoke were having a business meeting with a representative of the Russian mafia. We need a batch of AK-47s. What for? To destroy Grove Street and to take over the whole city. Under the influence of the musical chips, Snoop Cat was bouncing around like a madman, disturbing the other partygoers. A scuffle broke out, and the kid found himself in a very awkward position. Kiddo? He's from the Grove Street. Guards, take him! CJ was still unaware of the failure of the Kiddo spy mission. What takes them so long? Get the hell out of here! Who am I? Where am I? I can't remember. Ah! These damn chips addicts! The kid fell into the hands of the ballast. The thugs attempted to extract valuable information from him, but the boy remained tight-lipped. So your mouth is still shut? I'll swear you regret this. The gangsters kept beating the information out of the boy. They shaved his head, forced him to eat broccoli, they tortured him with unbearable sounds and even made him walk barefoot on Lego blocks. He didn't say a word. Then get rid of him. Despite the pressure, the kid remained loyal to his gang, and Big Smoke ordered the ballast to dispose of his body. Meanwhile, Dolby patrolled the city streets just as usual.
Hey.
It was during one of his rounds that he encountered a ballast vehicle. Hell, cops! All you have to do is act casually. But the policeman smelled a rat. I think we better stop. Maybe he won't notice anything. Your documents. What's in your trunk? Nothing. It's completely empty. Kiddo? Hey, dumbheads! Didn't I tell you, don't mess with this? The Ballas had arrived to make a deal with the Russian mafia, seeking to purchase Kalashnikov rifles. They're here! Get the money!
Oh!
I'll go get them. The cunning Big Smoke devised a scheme to undermine Jiba and seize control of the gang for himself. You have to make agreements with the Russians yourself. You're the cool boss here. Roma, I told you about the Ballas. They wanted to buy our AK-47s. Show me the money. You wanted to bail on us? Wait, I have your money. Now you're talking. What you looking at? I'm your boss now. Hey kid, get us some lemonade. We're going home. The kiddo was in critical condition. Doctors did everything in their power to save him. Due to the severity of his head injury, a titanium plate was installed in his skull. Fortunately, the operation was successful. As good as new. Hey lad, can you hear us? Yeah. Do you know your name? Pedro. He'll be fine. A few days later, Pedro slowly began to recover. Dolby arrived to check on Pedro's health. Alive? Kiddo, would you stop messing with his chips? Just look around. People struggle from your so-called products. Dolby told the boy what was happening to the chips addicts. the consequences of consuming chips don't show up right away. At first, yes, chips provide pleasure, but after a while, a chipster can't live without a new portion. The addict's brain stops functioning properly, and the chipster becomes dull-witted. When they run out of money, they start stealing things from their homes, which affects their entire family. Chips also have adverse effects on health. Chipsters age faster and die early. I'm a parrot. I'm a parrot. Many chipsters also go insane. But the worst part, that not only adults ate these chips, but also teenagers and kids. Daddy, Daddy, what's wrong? Daddy, no!
Did you forget how hard it was for you to live with an alcoholic? Your mom is in prison because of all that. And you doom hundreds of children to the same fate.
What the hell are you talking about? CJ! What's up, bro? How are you? We've a problem. Palace are heading for war.
Come on, let's talk it over. Kiddo, don't forget about our conversation.
The Balas arrived at the base with their brand new Kalashnikovs.
Daddy will teach you how you should use your guns.
Ooh.
And now practice. Dumbheads! We have just raided the greens, and you can shoot these damn cans. Repeat after me.
An urgent meeting was taking place at the Grove Street base. The kiddo told the gang about the Balas music chips, about Big Smoke's meeting with the Russian mafia, and about the purchase of Kalashnikov rifles.
We have to take a proactive approach.
CJ realized that the only chance to defeat the Balas was to set up an ambush. Big Smoke gathered his entire gang to attack Grove Street's hideout. He already imagined how he would destroy the gang of the Greens and become the main criminal authority in the whole Los Angeles. But then, the Dallas fell into the Greens' ambush.
Banzai!
The Dallas tried to retreat, but the Grove Street gang blocked all their escape routes. It was a real massacre. At the most critical moment, Big Smoke ditched his gang. Kiddo, I'm so sorry. I won't do that anymore. Get lost, piece of trash. No one had ever seen such a battle of gangs in Los Angeles. The Bellas are eliminated. We need to visit their base. Are you the one producing musical chips? Well, now you're working for me. I will pay twice as much. This city is finally ours! We'll construct the greatest chip laboratory here. It will flood the whole world with musical chips. Pedro envisioned the terrible consequences of such a large amount of chips. He remembered what Dolby had told him about how chips ruin the future of Roblox citizens, and how chips addicts suffer. These chips bring only grief to everyone. Hello. CJ, the Colombian mafia boss is online.
Tell them I'm busy. We don't need the Colombians anymore.
Pablo, can we have a meeting? Right after Grove Street monopolized the entire market, the consumption of chips reached astronomical proportions.
No.
They even used their dirty money to silence the chip control. What started from a small laboratory of musical chips turned into a full-scale factory. CJ became obscenely rich. Even the top rappers of the time envied him. The Grove Street gang reached a new international level. Mafia leaders from all over Roblox gathered in their headquarters to establish new business relations.
No.
Musical chips spread all over the world. Almost all residents of the city became addicted to chips. The situation continued to escalate and led to mass riots in Los Angeles. Pedro's conscience began to torment him. He was determined to quit the chip business and cleanse the city of the scourge. It was then when he decided to meet with the head of the Colombian mafia, Pablo Escobar, and tell him that CJ had double-crossed him. The boy told him that CJ was independently trading musical chips.
Вот скажи мне, американец, в чем сила? Разве в деньгах? Вот и брат говорит, что в деньгах. У тебя много денег, и чего? Я вот думаю, что сила в правде. У кого правда, тот и сильнее. Вот ты обманул кого-то, денег много. И чего, ты сильнее стал? Нет, не стал.
Kiddo, I want to quit once and for all.
А тот, кого обманул, за ним правда. Значит, он сильнее.
Pedro's plan worked. After some time, the Colombians clashed with the Grove Street gang. According to his plan, the gangs were supposed to destroy each other. The city would be cleansed of chips. You little rat! You saved Roblox from the chips. I'm not a rat. I'm a policeman, Pedro. Many years passed. Life in Roblox has changed a lot. Fortunately, since then, illegal chips have disappeared from the streets of Los Angeles. The criminal groups of Dallas and Grove Street have completely disbanded. By the time, Pedro had become a real police officer. Snoopy Cat regained his memory but decided not to return to crime and build a career as a rapper. A Poppy Playtime factory opened instead of the musical chip factory. Big Smoke became a useless hobo. And Pedro's mother, Chicalupa, served her sentence and was released with a clear conscience. My boy! My dear friends, I really hope that you enjoyed my last gangster story. You are the best audience in the world, and I do really appreciate you.